Hello, how are you today? Hope you have a great day and welcome to the new book of the week. Today we're going to have the book A Fairy Tale about Cinderella. Let's get started. Words fairy tales. Cinderella. 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 Once upon a time, there was a pretty girl named Ella. Her mother died when she was small, and since then, she lived with her father. He loved his daughter much. He thought that Ella needed the caring of mother, so he decided to get married again. The stepmother already had 2 daughters. After a short time, Ella's father passed away. The cruel stepmother forced her to live in a very small room, wear ragged clothes and do all the housework. She was always in a dirty appearance because of being busy from morning to night. That was why people called her Cinderella. However, she had some kind friends, such as the old horse, the brown dog, and 2 little mice. Cinderella loved those animals a lot. The stepmother always shouted at her and asked her to do too much work. At the palace, the king was discussing with his chancellor. My prince is old enough to get married. The king decided to hold a ball tonight to help the prince choose an ideal wife. The invitation was sent everywhere. The stepmother read the letter loudly. All young girls are invited to the dancing party of the prince. Cinderella also wanted to attend, but the stepmother forced her to do the housework. She could only come once she finished. Cinderella tried to work, but when she finished, it was late. The party was about to start. Luckily, little mice assisted her to repair the old dress and turn it into a beautiful one. Looking at the Cinderella dress up, the 2 stepdaughters were so jealous that they tore the dress and damaged it. It was time for the party. The stepmother asked her 2 daughters to go for the party and left Cinderella there. She was really sad. When she was crying in her room, a bright light suddenly appeared. A fairy stepped out. She gently said, "Dry up your tears. You can't attend the festival in this appearance." The fairy used magic wand and then a pumpkin appeared. It became bigger and bigger and turned into the splendid horse carriage. The little mice turned into beautiful horses. The dog turned into a servant, and the old horse turned into a driver. The fairy also used the magic to change Cinderella's dress into a gorgeous gown and the glass slippers. The fairy said, "Now, let's go to the party. Remember that you have to leave before midnight when the magic will be gone." Cinderella promised not to forget and got on the carriage to go. Standing at a distance, the prince could see her. He came, kissed her hand, and invited her to dance. They were dancing every kind of dance all night. Suddenly, the bell of the clock rang. Cinderella said, "Oh no, it was nearly midnight. I have to go home." She hurriedly ran away. The prince attempted to yell after her, but he couldn't make it because she ran so fast she dropped the glass shoe off. There was not enough time for her to turn around and pick it up. Cinderella got on the horse and quickly left. As soon as she came over the gate, the magic really disappeared and everything came back as before, except for the glass shoe she was still wearing. Later, she, along with animals, ran as quick as possible to their home before the stepmother and 2 stepsisters came back. The next day, the chancellor was going everywhere looking for the girl who danced with the prince and dropped the glass shoe, and announcing that the prince would marry her. Hearing Cinderella singing the song at the festival, the stepmother locked her in a room. Fortunately, the little mice were so smart that they stole the key and rescued her. She got out and suggested try the shoe. The stepmother was surprised to see that she could escape. She pushed the servant who was holding the shoe. As he fell down, the shoe was broken. However, Cinderella said, "No problem, I still keep the other shoe here." Just as she finished, she took the shoe out and put it on. It perfectly fitted her foot. Cinderella was taken to the palace. The king held a royal wedding for the prince and Cinderella in the blush of everyone. And the prince and Cinderella lived happily ever after. That's the end for the story today. Hope you enjoy it and have a good day. Bye for now and see you in the next book.